And I think I'm live. Hello, YouTubes. Hello, my friends.
Hello.
I'm a friend.
We're getting
I'm
back
his other friend.
into Diablo 3.
I'm apparently updating something.
Hmm.
The launcher looks like.
There we go. Alright. Julian joining the party. So we're getting into Act 3 now. Good times, good times. Played through Act 1 and Act 2 already. Act 1, I like the story. Lots of like fan service, throwback to the story of Diablo 1. Act 2, not as good.
Not as
You
good.
like that Decker Kane is now deceased Kane?
Well. Oh no! Stay
Spoilers.
your weapon and let me live a while. No?
I was not a fan,
Yeah.
personally.
Alright, fair. I mean, it had its ups and downs, right? So we're waiting for my brother
Oh, go
Nitro.
ahead. I'll catch up.
Okay.
I mean, you're already live. I don't want to fuck that up for you. Of course, I just dropped the F-bomb, and I don't know if that's an okay thing to do.
So apparently, like, with YouTube, if you do that within, like, the first 15 seconds, you're pretty screwed. But after that, you're kind of, like, okay sometimes.
With moderate use.
Yeah. But that's...
ODF.
yeah. Alright.
I can be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Let me know when
Let's
you are
go.
prepared to
Let's go. So in the meantime, hey Julian, getting published. What?
Yo.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, feels pretty good. The journal looks really dope. There's some really amazing art in there. I think they're gonna put it up at some point on their website, and people can go and pretty much, download the journal that way and go through it. I've read a couple really great stories so far.
Wank.
A few standout, poetry pieces. Oh wait, we're getting a cinematic. I'm gonna shut up now.
Didn't we just get on a caravan? Yuck.
None of this makes any sense to me. What am I missing, Uncle? What am I supposed to see?
ravaging this world and all hope of resistance. My minions will find the stone. Wherever you choose to hide it. Then, at long last, Osmodan shall reign as the prime evil.
Leah, are you all right? Speak to me, child.
Arian. The demon's invasion will come from Arian.
Well, I'll tell you what, Blizzard does some good cinematics. But I do wonder, who pierced Asmodan's nipples?
That was this guy in the Lower East Side. In St. Mark's Ave. Yeah.
Chaldeum is
That's
free of
oddly
Belial
specific.
and
Hey
his
man,
lies.
that's where you go when you got nipples that big, you know?
Is it though?
Yet Asmodan remains.
I mean, so I've heard. Minor.
With his armies staged in Ariat Crater. The ancient bulwark of Bastion's Keep is all that keeps him in check. I will not let that mighty fortress fall.
So I wonder if someone that's a bigger lore nerd than me would be able to answer. Are we supposed to, like, know Bastion's Keep from before? I definitely don't recall Bastion's Keep.
News to me.
The keep's defenses cannot hold. Its soldiers are scattered, fleeing before Asmodan's onslaught, which rushes forth from Ariat Crater. Should the keep fall, Asmodan will
Ariat
claim the
Crater.
Black Soul Stone. If he does, there will be no hope for this world.
It will stand. I must rally the defenders.
Light the signal fires and show
So-
the soldiers that we are not yet defeated. Salvation has
Ariat
arrived. Go. You are
Plateau.
never alone.
was a highly defensible place that you went to go see the Ancients. You defeated the Ancients, you got your bonus skill, Diablo 2, and you progressed through the story.
It's a heavy burden, but the fate of the world lies in your hands.
Wow. So Leah has to keep, like, doing magic things to the Soul Stone to keep all the demons from coming out of it. And it's a heavy burden, her mom says, but the fate of the world lies in her hands. No pressure. Boy, and you thought you had it bad with finals pressure from your mom.
Someone's got to light those signal fires.
It's also a lot of pressure on like one person.
Yeah. Isn't her
That's-
mom,
yeah.
like, you know, a witch? Couldn't she help? No? Alright. Just checking.
I mean,
Nothing
it's a good
can
question.
save you.
I will say that that is a good question.
You ready? Look at my horse. My horse. You missed this, didn't you? Dang. $9 gold? What a broke ass demon.
Man, I just love watching my gargantuan fleet things.
Your Gargantuan do what now?
cleave
They-
things?
Yeah, cleave.
Sounded kind of dirty, didn't it?
I mean,
I wasn't entirely sure if like the word he used is cleave or bleed or.
I guess both.
Light the signal fires.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh, did you see, like, did you cut? Yeah. You gotta come up to these, walls, Julian. You gotta see these crazy things.
Come.
Okay. We gotta go find another one, but it'll show up. Oh. Right here, Julian.
Oh wait. I'm coming back to you. Don't move.
So it's like up on that other ledge, but like it's basically functioning like a siege ladder, but it's like this giant demon like snake lizard thing that's just vomiting up bad guys. Cool, right?
That's an interesting way to travel.
Very Zerg-esque.
Kind of like the subway.
Oh man. Oh, I don't know if I want to go on the subway again. If it were to truly be the subway, it would have to be like the middle of the night. There'd be someone on there like masturbating, right?
Here,
I
I was
mean-
worried about ruining your YouTube career.
It doesn't have to be in the middle of the night, you know. Some men are pretty bold.
Oh wow, I actually took damage from like a giant artillery shot. Some harpy just picked off some guard.
Maybe they're gonna show him a good time, you know.
That is pretty dope watching like this like sort of pseudo battle unfold down there.
Yeah, no, it looks cool as hell. Also, honestly, I would probably give up if I saw that marching towards us.
Yeah, for real, right?
I'd be like, okay, when are you gonna pull out that sword, too?
Yeah. Yo, Tyrael.
So, the funny thing is, even with his wings, the I hear a treasure goblin. Even with his wings, the Nephilim are like dummy way more powerful than you could ever be.
Champion is too powerful. Those bastards didn't stand a chance.
It's kind of cool that you get some of the guards to kind of follow you around and fight with you now.
This is cool, though. I feel like there's a lot of story happening around us.
Yeah, fair, true.
Did that fire get lit?
And we know that we're like, yeah, we have to like light these fires to kind of rally the troops and let them know that there's still hope, you know. Like, oh, that's cool. Again, another little story event actually occurring.
Where do you keep those guys? Your back pocket?
Yep. My pocket homies. Yay!
You're a welcome sight, hero.
So you're the wretch that's given me such trouble. Thrash as you might, you will not keep me from the Soul Stone.
This too, like what a better way to deliver the story.
Yeah, I have to admit, that first layout is pretty neat. Their continued implementation,
I mean, I thought it was good. It's also like there's higher conflict, there's more stakes involved. You know, like shit's getting real. It's getting really real. And I think it, you know, being able to see a battle like unfold and be a part of that, you know, is all about setting that high stakes for us.
I will say this particular zone, in a vacuum, done very well. Done very well.
Mm-hmm.
What in the hells was that?
An idle threat.
We've seen the fires you've lit. Fear has no more hold on us. The catapults could break.
I mean, he
as
says
the
Fear
fire,
has no more hold, but he
we
just said
can't
what in the
raise them
hell?
from
It
their
doesn't
birth
sound very,
while
like,
demons
confident.
swarm over the walls.
As your men reinforce the battlements,
He hasn't been to the front in a while, you know.
Well, up until just now, this was the front, right?
If you see like red circles on the ground, that means artillery is about to come down. So be wary.
Is he gonna hurt them?
Yeah, it might actually hurt you.
Oh, okay.
It stings a little.
So I miss the Tuesday chats we used to have, man.
Same, Brody. This is just doesn't quite fit it.
Until reinforcements
No.
arrive. Trouble is, the lift stopped. We can't see what went
Not
wrong
quite.
for all the muck down there. Oh, what now?
Uh-oh.
More of the brutes from below, Captain. What do we do?
Fight,
Oh,
If you need to be told which end of the
Chimpo,
sword
come
goes
on.
where, you haven't been paying attention.
fight.
Hold to your last breath, lads!
That is one of the best lines in the game. If you need to be told which end of the sword goes where, you haven't been paying attention. Feels like that could be a line out of Game of Thrones.
The lift is moving again. Hold steady, lads. Reinforcements are on their way. Demons. Get ready, men. Victory!
No.
We would have fallen without your aid. It was an honor to fight at your side.
You want to like keep doing it? I'm not gonna kick you out. So we have no viewers. So how's the writing going, bud?
It's been going alright. It's I've been kind of taking a break because I need to outline the next 3 chapters at the very least.
Word.
It's been pretty good though. The last couple chapters have been, you know, the halfway mark. So you know, these chapters end up being a lot bigger than most of my chapters.
Cool.
So I'm talking about like something like 10,000 words, and most of my chapters I think are like 7, maybe 5 to 7,000.
Yeah. 10,000's a chunky chapter.
It's a chunky chapter, but you know, it's like the center point. It's one of the plot points for the whole thing. So
Yeah.
it needed to
Need
do
some room.
big stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
it needed to do some big things and also like set us up for the next the next sort of 6 chapters. So that's kind of where I'm at, you know. But it's feeling good. The pacing feels pretty decent. Got to write some really actiony kind of stories. Or not stories, but scenes and shit that's happening. So that was really cool.
That sounds fun. Excited to read that.
I find it interesting, you writer types. The rest of the world is like the actual words you say is only 7% of the meaning. The way you say it and your conviction behind it is like the remaining percentage.
I mean, that's definitely true. I think
That's a wonderful Eddie Izzard joke about that.
I want to hear it.
We just sort of gave like that stat, and then he's like, yeah, so if you're ever at, you know, a professional ball game in the United States and they're doing the national anthem and you don't know the words like I do because I'm British, don't worry about it. Just like, you know, stand with conviction, hand over the heart, keep confirming and denying, like, wink and deny, and like, oh my fucking god, dude.
Oh, I remember this. Whoa.
There we go. So I just realized, and this is fine because no one was watching, but I realized I'm an idiot because like up until this point I totally forgot to change the scene on OBS from like the little, just a place like the thumbnail basically saying like getting set up to the actual game.
Okay, so for people who have or would have been watching, it's just been on getting set up screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we're good now.
We're good.
That was silly. That was silly. But anyway, that idiot as a joke was good. But yeah, that's a good point, Mike. But obviously you can't really... You can't look the part in the written story.
Whatever, write with conviction.
Okay. Why didn't I think of that?
Or write sentences with lots of conviction. No.
Yep.
Write sentences that exude conviction. I think that's what you mean.
There you go.
I don't know, just ask ChatGPT to do it.
I've actually been using it for some of the stories, or for the Black Mare, I should say.
Have you?
Yeah.
For like different scenes? Tell me how you're using it. I'm curious.
So one scene, I'm like, okay, is Kraken Mare landlocked? Like, in other words, is Titan sort of landlocked to Saturn? And if it is, does the Kraken Mare always stay Saturn? And it says it does. The other day, I was like, okay, what weapons could an underground submarine operate? You know, methane leak.
Why didn't you just Google that first one? Like, what's the advantage of ChatGPT over Google for that first question?
I don't know if I have all the right phrases in the right place to get that exact response. It's also like, I'm not exactly sure if I had Googled it, I think it would have given me like a few things, but I probably would have had to dig around a couple articles.
So the correct answer is...
It is.
You know how to phrase your question in English, but not in search language optimization.
No, I think what it is that if I had typed that in, Google would have given me, 18 links to go through, right? If I type it into ChatGPT, it just gives me the answer right there. Like, I don't have to look through the links or read a bunch of articles. It does that for me.
So In my experience, you're half right because every time I get something from ChatGPT, I have to vet it.
Yes, of course. You have to ask the source.
Because ChatGPT is confidently wrong.
Most of the time.
The AI world has called it hallucinations now.
That's funny. Briefly, really quick before we get this started. This part of the sort of narrative is cool. You know, you gotta like they're like, hey, we can push them back with these catapults, but we keep getting fucked up. Like, all right, we'll go out there and we're doing it. You know, that I gotta say this part's pretty satisfying. Agreed.
As a narrative tool, I agree with you. As a game mechanic, I wish the timer was a little quicker.
I
Really?
mean,
I actually felt the timer to raise these catapults was really fast.
I think that it is progress, right? In the narrative. I think that's dope. I think it feels underwhelming. I mean, come on, guys. Fucking an army of demons. Have you seen this thing? This ginormous thing that's just like slashing people. What catapult is gonna take this guy out? I mean, I just feel like we need like an army of angels or Legolas to be here. And instead, we have catapults. Okay.
So
fair. I feel like it would be more satisfying if once you get the catapult up, it kind of goes to like a cutscene really quick where a catapult like shot is fired and you see it slamming into the face of one of these big uglies.
Yeah, that would be great. That would
so
promise payoff.
Payoff, yeah.
I mean, I could see that. The only thing I want to say to that is the tool to take out the big bad ugly is the player. These catapults are just to keep the scrub off the wall.
Lieutenant, are you alone?
Of course I'm bloody well alone. Everyone else has gone and died. But I'll be damned if I leave my post. Make yourself useful and spin that winch.
What a badass. Yeah, I'm alone. These idiots went and died.
I don't know, man. Feels like you weren't with those idiots when they died.
Maybe. Oh man, I'm actually out of like my mana. You're not on your own. I'm hitting the thing. We did it. Alright, catapult firing. But yeah, kind of unsatisfying.
Promise Captain Ho I'd watch my temper. Do me a favour, and don't mention that I shouted at you a little, alright?
Return to Bastion's Keep Stronghold. Alright, so... Insightful chainmates.
With your paltry catapults,
whoa.
My demons breach the depths of your keep. Once they've claimed the Black Soul Stone for me, your entire world will burn.
This is so much like I mean I guess with like Act 2 we did have the little prince just show up and whatever, but that was like so lame compared to him showing up.
Well,
right?
and you hit the little prince with like, how the hell did he show up? What's going on? I don't get it. Because it was a rando little prince using magic, and you were too like hooked up on why does this rando little prince have magic when this is Asmodan? Of course he's got some sort of telepresence.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Whoa.
Well.
Sorry, I'm looking at like
Stuff you can forward.
Items I picked up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we got bad guys.
In the town?
I took care of it.
Badass.
I had no doubt.
When the barbarians tried the same thing 30 years ago?
Look at you, Senor Badass.
A caravan tried the adventuring life, didn't care for it. Too much pain, not enough profit.
You know what? Like, I've got a shield that's better than another one, but I'm gonna use the one that's worse because I like the way it looks more, and we're already stomping things anyway, so why not?
Remember when that used to be the MO of games?
Yeah, I don't need to min-max this.
Like,
Alright, I'm gonna talk to Tyrael.
I miss the day when most games were just played unsweaty.
Asmodan's demons have opened an enormous hole in our walls and are flooding into the depths. If it is not closed, the keep will be overrun.
Then I will seal it.
I'm a man of few words.
Send us reinforcements.
My lord says he will send no living men to battle imaginary demon lords.
Few words, big
Perhaps you
promises.
believe when his kingdom is burnt to ashes around him.
Man, where do I sell stuff?
Down here
There's
is easy.
There's 3 merchants. There's one to the far right, one to the far left, and one slightly down right.
I'm going to the far left.
Well, good shit getting published, homie.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna put them up sometime soon. On the social media and on the website, which,
Sick.
by the way, is out. So,
Hey, what's the domain?
jagerhollis.com.
.com. Did you watch, again, no viewers right now, did you watch the Loom video I sent you?
I watched most of it.
Alright,
I'm with it.
sick. He emailed me, he's with it too, so. Good. So I've, my interview show that's going to be called Person Behind the Pages. Getting some different things together for it. I'd like to kind of start releasing things in June sometime, but it might, I don't need to rush it, and I'd rather take the time and make sure it's good, but I've got 3 recorded already. I did 1 just the other night. I've got 2 more recordings next week. One of them's with a Spiffbo winner. That's
What's
the
that?
self-published fantasy blog off. So it's like a big competition for fantasy authors that are self-published. And I think he, if I remember correctly, he won like 2 years ago. So that's pretty, 300 people enter, and then a bunch of book review blogs. The first round, there'll be 8 reviewers or whatever, and they'll read 12 books, and then they'll pick their favorites to go on to the next round, and then some of the other ones will read the favorites, and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm pretty sure this guy got the top out of all 300, so if I remember correctly.
Damn.
Right? He at least
When
was
are
a
you
finalist,
putting,
but
When are you putting the big interview up?
which big interview?
I don't want to spoil, so I don't want to say.
Oh, the New York Times bestselling author?
Yeah, that guy.
That one's going to be episode 1 of Person Behind the Pages once I drop it. So what I'd like to do is do a trailer episode, a season 1 episode 0. That's a trailer of here's what's going to be on Person Behind the Pages, and you'll kind of get a little introduction to it.
Right.
In my perfect world, I'll do that on a Monday, like probably June 5th, actually, in my perfect world. We'll see about the timing, but so let's just say Monday, June 5th. Then I would do like a teaser on like Wednesday about, who's the guest. Here's something they said, or here's some of the background. On Thursday, I'd announce like who the guest is. And on Friday, I'd drop the full interview, and then on Saturday, I'll drop like shorts that are highlights of the interview. So that's kind of like, I call that the Hot Ones model, because that's sort of how they're doing their interviews and their release cadence with it.
And is this like...
Mike just heads up, we're smashing things again if you want to.
I'm going through all these skills.
You what?
Going through skills.
Okay, alright, no worries. We're smashing just fine, so. So yeah, like, I mean, I definitely gonna be video, and then like the teasers and all that will probably be like short video clips and like on social media, like Instagram primarily. But YouTube now lets you kind of create a playlist and just designate it as a podcast. So I'm gonna start there. I'm not quite sure where that, like, how the distribution is for podcasts that way. But I figure like I'll start there and then adjust, or maybe I'll figure out the distribution beforehand. But I mean, how would you do it? I know that we talked a little bit about podcasts before, so.
I mean, I would want to make sure it's on all major, like, streaming sources. I don't know if YouTube, like, does that. Like, if you put it up as a podcast on YouTube, that it would then...
Go on, like, Apple Podcasts, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, right. I know that when we did Working Class Heroes, our base was SoundCloud, and, you just use the RSS to get it set up through Apple and Spotify. And I think those are like the major ones, but I think if you get those done, then, I think it goes to like Google pretty automatically, everything else kind of just picks it up. Because I don't think I ever put Working Class Heroes Radio on Google, but if I go to Google Podcasts, I think it's there.
Word.
So. But yeah, I don't know.
But that's the thing, you said?
You also have video. Yeah, we use SoundCloud.
Okay.
And they give you tracking and stuff, and you can put up as many tracks as you want, as long as you're paying for a monthly service.
Monthly hosting? Okay.
Yeah. Because I think you can use it, and they won't give you insights or very profound insights into who's listening or your listener base or whatever. And I think after like 5 or 10 tracks, you can only keep like 5 or 10 tracks up, the most current 5 or 10 tracks up. People can't like go through your old library.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah, so for that you have to have like a premium like membership or whatever, which is like $16.
Okay.
A month.
All right, that's not bad. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it would be nice if YouTube will just do the distribution through the major podcast feeds. That just seems way easier. But if not, then I'll do something like that for sure.
Yeah. I can send you the templates that we use to upload stuff on SoundCloud or whatever.
Cool. These boots are called Strong Stompers. I appreciate it.
Straight to the point,
I wish
Right.
they made boots that were just listed, made for walking.
This, hey, before you guys both went off too far. That's a lot of DPS on a two-hander. There's 107 intelligence on that ring.
That two-hander gives me negative 31.2 damage.
Alright.
The ring is an upgrade, but I'd rather have Senior Leon. Why?
What was that? So, I don't get it. What's the replayability of Diablo?
When you get toward the end game content, the game completely changes.
Yeah. So, early game it's like a level grind primarily. Late game it's a big gear grind. But like the, it's instead of kind of going through like this, the campaign, there's just like procedurally generated instances.
Well, so you go through areas of the campaign to get these special items, which give you currency to open the procedurally generated areas.
I see. That makes sense, because I was going to say, this game strikes me as kind of like a roguelite. Without, I mean, whatever, you kind of need the procedurally generated levels for that. So I just wasn't sure, like, what do people do? Are they like late game dungeons or something? But that clears it up.
Wrecked him. Doesn't get old.
Is that a safe word?
That's an interesting
Safe
question.
for YouTube.
I don't know.
I think to the right? Yeah. Oh no, we went through here already.
Yeah. I think it might be over towards Mike.
Yep.
I was gonna warp towards Mike. So yeah, I got those interviews lined up, so that's good. I'm starting to plot a different book.
You want to talk about it? Or?
Yeah. So shooting for like a trilogy. that'll be progression fantasy, which I think I kind of like. I had this idea for a while, and I think I mentioned it to you. You know.
Yeah, I remember you talked about the progression.
Yeah. It's definitely like developing more, so that's good. I have a much solid idea.
You're too late. My servant is already inside your walls, and his hunger is ravenous. He will devour your corpse and those of your friends.
I'm pretty sure like they did some you know, editing work on that voice recording, but I still wonder who did the voiceover. Pretty cool voice work. But yeah, it's a progression fantasy, like main character, former soldier, marooned by the enemy. Is that a corpse explosion?
Yes.
That is vicious. Wow. Hello, Luke Pinatas.
Explosion's always been pretty powerful. It's a shame that in D4 the the D3 the percentage is of weapon damage, not enemy health like it used to be. D2 corpse explosion is amazing.
Anyway, but my goal is to finish the an outline of the whole trilogy by July, and I'll definitely be talking to you about it more between now and then, and especially then. I want feedback from you and my writing group and whatnot on the outline before I spend time drafting. I want to kind of fix the bugs in it at the outline phase rather than the, you know, first draft or second or third draft phase.
That's crazy though. I mean, outlining a trilogy? That's impressive.
Well, thanks. Trying to figure out how also, you know? But
Yeah,
I've looked up some stuff, and but I think like if you think about it like the 3-act structure, some of the stuff was like, you know, you have your inciting incident, you have your rising action, you have kind of the dark night of the soul, the climax, etc. So you can kind of do the same sort of thing, just like for the inciting incident of book 2, you actually put that like near the end of book 1, you know? Stuff like that. And when you kind of break it down that way, it's like, okay, I understand how to do this.
That makes sense. I don't know. I've been, like, I think I've shown you some of my stuff, right? Like, insofar as my outline, but I have general, like, plot points. Like, I know what kind of things I want my plot points to be, like, doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard for me to plot so far ahead. I feel like I just don't know. Like, I like to have a little bit of openness as I'm writing the story, and I feel like if I plot too far ahead, I just like if I deviate too much, then my whole thing goes to, you know, to crap.
Yeah, that genuinely was a challenge for me with How to Pee and Zergy, because I did plot it a lot. We'll put a pause on this and we'll go. Let's kick this larder's ass.
Let's do it. It's probably gonna take all of 4 seconds.
Click the button, Mike.
Yes,
I did.
Okay.
It was me. The nub.
The one who killed Lord Belial. I will savor, tearing the flesh from your bones.
Guy reminds me of the guy from that Nickelodeon monster show.
Ah, Real Monsters?
Yeah.
He's not holding on to his eyeballs.
Is this really the same thing that was outside the walls?
No, no, no. That was a jabroni.
Double stuffed.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. I was wrong. It was 2 seconds.
So, return to the. Are there any chests or anything? No.
No, I didn't say anything.
All right.
I need to go back.
Yeah. So, like, I gotta find the right mix between like.
Empty victory over a useless tool. You have only delayed your inevitable destruction. Your walls have grown no stronger. Our assault continues unabated. The stone will still be mine.
I gotta find the right balance between, in the plotting. I think I may have done too much plotting with how to P and 0G, and it made some of the writing a little bit boring. But so I want to at least have kind of like the like some of the characters defined for sure, and like some of the character arcs defined, and then have like a lot of the core like story structure points defined, like the inciting incidents and that sort of thing.
Right.
Probably do at least that for like books 2 and 3 as well as 1, and then 1 do like a little bit more of a full-on plot or outline, and then go from there. I think that feels good. But even like when I say full-on outline, like with like How to Be in 0G, it was pretty in depth. I think like for this I'll be like, okay, here's a scene and it's going to be like this long, but I'm just going to write like a sentence about it and like what it's supposed to do, what the scene's supposed to accomplish, and that's it, and then give myself the room to write it, you know.
Right. Like the pivotal scene.
No, like every scene I'll be like, what is this scene supposed to accomplish? But that's it, that's all I'll have in the outline.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah, I
think
think that sounds right, because it gives you the the space to come up with some interesting or dynamic stuff on the spot.
Right.
Terrifying noises were coming from the armory, so Tyrael went to investigate. He said if you were to return, I should send you there.
I like too that like this one, you're kind of going to these different points. You're not using that like little waypoint thingy all the time.
Right.
Uh-oh. What did you do, Leah? Jerk.
The Soulstone seems stable now.
The
Not everyone's
demon's
dead.
rage has been subdued.
Yes, but for how long? Our time grows short. We must take this fight to Asmodan.
Then we shouldn't waste time discussing it. I will break their battle lines, enter the crater, end this.
I wish I could see your character's name.
Oh. Yeah. His name is Guy Sterling, which is the name of my antagonist in How to P in 0G. Go through the Ariad Gate. Alright, up this way.
Bastion's keep stands tall. Now I go to the battlefield, where Asmodan's war machines bombard our scattered soldiers.
So cool. We saved, made sure that the keep is safe. Now we're taking the battle to him.
On the offensive.
You jerk! I didn't get it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank the gods you're here. You've got to destroy
Oh,
those
no.
ballistics. They're
Come
raining
back.
hell down upon us. We can't last much longer. Yes!
Let's do this.
You'll we will all perish. I will enjoy this.
Yes, collect all my money. Little minion.
Minions. My brother's grown patient with the soulstone. Yes, I can hear them, even down here.
Wait,
Their
who's next?
voices are so
Where'd you go, bro?
pitiful and small.
I was trying to go the other way just to rule it out.
Amusing. Yet they are my prize.
I'll warp to you.
Benevolence, or the girls for that matter. This is not her time.
I recently met a returning crusader, and now I understand. Each crusader took an apprentice. When a crusader fell, his apprentice would take up his armor, his place in the order, and even his very name. When the first generation of crusaders fell, their own apprentices took up their identities. And so it has continued for 200 years.
That's actually cool. It was just a lore blurb from one of those little books. It said the Crusaders, they have apprentices. And when a Crusader dies, the apprentice takes up their armor and their sword and their name. So it makes them seem like they're immortal. Because the apprentice takes up their identity.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right?
Kind of gives me like Mandalorian vibes.
There's one ballista down.
Not ready yet.
Look out! They've been settling for hours.
LOL. You blow up these big guys and all that stuff's just a damn skeleton.
Yep. So I think in my perfect world,
There is nothing I loathe more than failure.
Patience.
You know this well. But if any of you need a further lesson, I will have you delivered into the circle of wrath with great haste. The enemy is
he's listening to a lore thing.
but he can't.
Oh.
Stupid. I just destroyed this trebuchet thing, which looks really cool, but was completely underwhelming. That's disappointing. Anyway. Yeah, in my perfect world, I think at this point I would like to release like one of these progression fantasy books first.
Siege weapons to slay you.
And then at some other point release How to P in Zero G.
Middle of the army of hell. It would crush you.
Yeah, what you're thinking.
Hmm? Like
I'm
why?
curious, like, yeah, why?
So, because the progression fantasy is kind of like a small subgenre, but the audience is like, they definitely are eager for more books, which is cool. So I think it's good, but like I'm also trying to like just structure those books and make it like a simple story structure, something I can write kind of easily. Whereas How to P in Zero G, I didn't really intend it to be this way, but it's kind of complicated and a little bit different. I think it could have broader appeal, but I also need to like really work on it and polish it and make it good. So I just feel like having more time with it is going to be fruitful, and like also having a little bit more experience like to work with it is going to be helpful also.
Yeah, totally.
Take this. I have no use for it anymore.
The Cradle series, that's like a progression
Yep.
fantasy, right?
Yep, that's kind of like the
model.
yeah, and the yeah, like the model for the whole subgenre, you know, kind of the poster child of the subgenre.
Got it.
Could no longer sit idly by. while you
I'm like
fought
halfway
the
through the
fight.
second book right now.
It has been too long since I felt the thrill of battle myself.
All
Pretty
right.
Destroying my siege weapons makes little difference. Every hour, more of my forces pour forth from the mouth of hell. Soon, they will wipe your pathetic keep from existence.
Brave words, Asmodan. But words are all you have left to hurl at us. Forward, friend. Now we shall drive Asmodan's army back into the accursed crater.
Let's hope that sword is worth the sacrifice. Forward!
Charge!
I'd love it if Tyrion
Yeah, I'm starting to like not appreciate his leadership, you know?
So, the angels are almost exclusively, we do things the way we do things because that's the way things have always been done.
Can you hang on just a second? I didn't quite hear what that guy said. I just was curious. It's not important. Angels have they do things because this is the way we've always done things.
Well, the ones in the skies have finally graced us with their presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a really doo-doo way of like doing things.
Yeah.
Of the original 420
We're gonna act the same way forever.
340
And we will never be caught off guard
Do they still
because
seek the redemption of their faith? How
nothing will
they react
change.
to the destruction of the city that
Everything will be the same forever.
Shrieking little devils. Kill them all! They're all dead and we are not. I'd call that a win, eh? I'll hold this bridge. Go on. You have a demon lord's head to put on a pike.
It's fine. Like this part, I always found like just a touch difficult to navigate. I don't know. Just a little different, but enough to make me go, where am I supposed to go?
I'm just a scout. I was supposed to survey the battlefield from this tower along with my lieutenant, but we were attacked. I still have a spyglass here. Please, take it to my lieutenant. I don't know how long he'll be able to hold out up there.
Is he still alive?
He is gravely injured. You will have to go on alone.
I see. Thank you for the news. I will tell his family.
Look out!
It does seem like we're getting not quite as many legendaries as we were in Act 1.
Yeah.
What? You mean they front-loaded the loot drop system? Give you like, you know, to give you that the first one's free? Get you addicted?
They subsidize our experience.
What is that? Was he just blocking like a side quest?
Yeah.
Alright.
Might be some lore in there, but yeah, side quest.
The Demon Gate! Defeat the Demon Siege Breaker.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Eldruin will destroy the demonic seal,
I give him
protecting this
all
gate.
of 7 seconds. He still looks smaller.
True.
Yeah. Tyrion's like, yipe, yipe, yipe.
Get behind. Oh man, I was way off.
That ring might be good.
I come with urgent news. Leah has had another vision. A vision of twisted demonic towers and enormous hearts beating within them.
Uh-oh. Go through the crater and find the Tower of the Damned. Wow, I've had 0 dropped frames this time. So that's awesome.
You ever figured out like what it was?
Just my wife watching Netflix it.
The demon gate is shattered.
Well, unless we're talking about the first night. The first night it was really bad, but the reason why was because I was streaming in like 1080 or 720p, but the game was in 4K. They did not get along.
No.
Alright, so story, you know. Now we've gone through this like demon gateway and now we're like in demon lands, I guess. But again, like things are progressing nicely, I think.
Yeah, we're getting different scenes. This is definitely like a plot point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have need of your ample services. Drag yourself out of whatever carnal corner of the burning hell you lounge in, and bring your daughters with you. Be wary. The enemy has proven to be cunning and strong. But the mortals have always been as afraid of you, have they not?
We got split up.
I'll go to you.
We're at a dead end.
Teleport to me. Oh wait, I'm at a dead end. Also, wait, no, there's a chest here at least. Sports and nitro.
Misbegotten kind is creation's greatest sin, but your time is done. You will find only death in my realm.
Look! Area development.
Here, what do you want?
Nephilim, you'll find only death
Yeah.
in my area.
Yeah, in my realm. Yeah. Hey, we found the tower.
Realm development.
Look at that. Look at that down there.
What is that?
These poor things live in eternal torment.
I don't know, but apparently they live in eternal torment. So that sucks. you think we could just finish this act tonight?
Yes. It's possible. Next area.
Demon Land.
Oh, that hurt.
Mr. Gobo.
I died. Whoa.
Wow.
I don't even know what killed me.
The explosions of their death.
Yeah, if there's that like red glowy, danger.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay. I like poured it in and just died. I was like, all right.
This is a really good shield if one of you wants a shield.
I got an old bent stick.
I have a rare flail.
I'm overburdened.
This is another pretty good shield. Ooh, wow. Anyway, alright. Enough with the loot.
Back to the slaying.
Heart of the Damned. Let's go.
All the pain and suffering you're dying. Oh, you've met my daughters, I see. Are you enjoying their company?
That'll go boom. It'll hurt.
Oh no.
Those are the red thingies you want to avoid. They just like they time. It's like a time bomb. That's a time bomb.
Got it.
Jihad. Suicide.
I feast on their agony, their eternal anguish.
Not very nice, you lady.
I mean, have you seen them though?
Bones tear at their flesh. Hear
You see her hanging right here?
Yeah.
Sweet music. Oh, you are so eager. I suppose I should.
Wait, the webs are coming out of the back of her head.
I am Sabina, maiden of light, consort of Asgard.
Have a good night.
Why is she invulnerable?
How invigorating. Play with my daughters. I do not wish to tire you out. I can feel the blood hemorrhaging from the sin heart. You will pay for this.
Will I? Will I?
How dare you! Later.
What is up this way? Nothing.
So close now. So close.
Not enough land.
Actually hurt me for a moment.
I love it when the enemies, like, their flesh just disappears in the blood.
Yeah.
All that stuff is like dangling in the skeleton. They still somehow stuck together, I guess.
Because reasons.
So, bro, you want to get disgusted for a second?
Sure. Do it.
There's this guy I met at the writers' conference in November, and cool dude, fantasy writer. He was like, "Hey, do you want to beta read my stuff when it's ready?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, man!" So he sent me his stuff in like March, and only now have I read like chapter 1. And I made a little Loom video for him, and I was like, "Man, I'm sorry it took me so long," you know.
You think you know anguish? Soon my concubine will show you their true meaning.
So I said, "Sorry it took so long." I'll warp over to Mike. We'll see what he's doing. That I like, you know, there's some things I really like about chapter 1. Here's an idea here. Here's an idea here. Yeah, Mike's got the way to go. So.
Okay.
And he's like,
I do hope you're not in over your head.
he's like, "Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it, and don't worry about taking time with it. It's all good. I'm just glad you're reading it. Yada yada." And I feel like a little bit more distant from that story now, which is good. And I'm 80,000 words into the next story I'm writing.
Oh.
So in the time it's taken me to like get to reading a chapter of his freaking book, he's written 80,000 of the next one, and I'm like, are you serious?
Jesus, man.
I know.
What does he do for a living?
I think he said like he was working at a hockey rink. But that might have been a little while ago. He might have picked up a new job. I'm trying to remember, but I'm not sure.
I mean, honestly, if I like spent 2 hours a day, that's maybe like 2,000 words. So if I spent 3 or 4 hours.
Well, shit or get off the pot, man.
No, dude. I like to take my time with this shit.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's just like I just have a bunch of other stuff. I don't think I've made the commitment just yet to being like, yeah, I'm gonna write 4 hours a day or whatever. I think I could with my job, but you know, it would be. I don't know. I feel like I would burn out pretty quick.
Can you guys use a staff? This one looks really good.
Yep.
This might be good too.
Zendaya, the maiden of lust, lured us with her damned promises.
Mine's better.
Forget what she made me
No, I think I just don't have the stamina for it. Like,
yeah, I can't imagine writing 80,000 words in 2 months. I don't think I could do that at all, ever.
yeah. Like if this was a full-time gig, then totally. I
No.
think.
For me, even if it's a full-time gig, I really don't think I could write that fast.
I mean, if you spent 5 hours a day. No. If you had like 5 hours a day, right, and you're writing. I
How
mean,
many
I know
is that like? Okay, hang on.
Go ahead.
Hang on, Maiden of Lust. I want to do what is 80,000 divided by. You know what? Maybe that's not that bad. Divided by like 60 days for 2 months. Yeah, we're only talking like less than 1,500 per day if you write every single day.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Like I wrote 25,000 in a month, and I was not as disciplined as I could have been. And that's only like I'm giving myself 45 minutes to an hour a day.
Dude, how many items do you have that increase your run speed? You're like Sonic, and I'm like Mario.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Faster, faster.
Oh,
All right, Spider Lady.
I've been looking forward to this.
I want to know who this voice actor is.
Time to go the way of Charlotte.
I think, like, this whole bit with this chick is not working for me as well. From a story perspective. Like, what is she here for? Just to slow us down, I guess?
To drop mad loots.
Yeah.
Boken's Promise.
Oh, wow. Look at that sword.
That sword is amazing.
That's chunky.
Wow. Alright.
Somebody punch his heart.
Oh.
Somebody punch his heart, so you just
Got it.
throw a pot at it.
Hey man, that's how I roll, okay?
Kill Asmodan in the heart of sin. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Real quick, real quick, real quick.
Need to go back.
My inventory is totally full, and I'm gonna go sell before I pop that loot pinata. Know what I mean?
A caravan
Nah, I mean-
made it through with some new goods. You interested?
All right. He's like, why sell when I could just drop on the floor? Alright.
Yeah, especially when you have like 5 million gold.
Do you have 5 million?
No, but I know you do.
I have 2 million.
Okay, close enough.
So, this is the end of Act 3 then? And we kill the spider lady and then it's just straight to Asmodan?
Yeah, I just feel like I could have used another little.
But it's not quite. I mean, we at least gotta fight our way to him, I guess.
Honestly, I think the heat would have done me in.
Yeah, true. Yeah, short little knock some heads together and here we go. Alright.
Alright, I give this guy 6 seconds.
I mean, it's an act boss.
Okay,
15
7
seconds. 15.
Mike, what do you say? What's your wager?
Nephilim fool. When the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil.
That's cool. Why are we only learning about that cool story element now?
Yeah. About 3 seconds, actually.
Yeah, you were right.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Asmodan's essence within the Soul Stone.
It's done.
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
Whatever you say, Bilbo. I mean, Frodo.
Get me back to that loot pinata. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Important.
Yep.
I'm returning to town.
Alright, let's wrap up this act.
An incredible victory. I knew Asmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Leah, and Tyrael?
They're all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
No doubt celebrating, he says. I have doubts, to be honest. I'll wait for you to go down to the armory. Bueller.
I'm coming.
Ready? Yep. Okay. They're not here. Uh-oh.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself.
Gross.
And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens.
Zero's like, wait for me.
Yeah, and I guess us too, eh?
Let's do it.
Whoop. And that concludes Act 3.
Even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear.
matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo. War ends today. Imperious. Take one last look at your shining heaven, Imperious. For soon, nothing of it shall remain but my laughter.
Adria has betrayed us. And now Leah is lost. From her body, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil. The power of hell answers his call. And the heavens buckle under the weight of corruption. I will purge this evil forever.
Okay. That was pretty epic.
That was pretty epic, right? Look at like the kind of these like black corruption into this high heavens. And so Act 4 is like, this is the setting. High heavens with like corruption.
Pretty cool.
Right?
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael.
Diablo had a real kind of a xenomorph kind of feel to him.
Yeah. It's interesting too because they gave him like a different look in this one, but I think it's because it's like based on Leah's body and the fact that he's got the 7 evils trapped in him.
Oh right, yeah. And the 7 are the 7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah, I think like there's a demon that's supposed to relate to each of the 7 deadly sins. I think, yeah.
So yes, there is the 7 deadly sins. Diablo in this game is based on a feminine figure with elements of each 7 within him. Or it. I've been trying to talk to you guys while muted for a little while now.
Oh no, damn.
Didn't
Dude.
realize
I was wondering why you were so quiet.
So yeah. Imperius is all pissy because his dabby stick is broke. Comparatively, Diablo's a BA, seeding corruption and destruction.
You want to Nice hammer.
Thank you.
Should we call it a night for playing the game? Maybe jump on Riverside and discuss Act 3 real quick?
Boodles.
How much time you want to give it?
Last time we talked for like 20 minutes. I think we could do that in that time or less.
Alright, let's do it.
Cool, cool, cool.
But my foes weaken.
Alright. If anyone watches this, thank you for watching.